is the least. You're sorry, Ross. You are the first snake. You are the least clockwise snake. Sorry. Ross is snake 1. Dolly is snake 2. Every time. Desh, you're snake 1 unless I call for tanks and for the switch, and I'm snake 2 unless I call for the switch.
No, just to verify, because my brain wants me to say, oh, I'm hard-coded in position 1. If the first set of snakes are C and D, and I'm snake 1, I'm going to C.
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure. Thank you.
Yeah, you kind of, like, one way to think about it is you just kind of start at 1 and you just rotate clockwise, and the first time you see a snake, that's yours.
Yep.
And then for Dolly, the second time you see a snake, that's his. Or he can start at D and rotate counterclockwise, and the first snake he hits will be his. One of the two. Either way works. Okay. For DPS, does anyone have a preference?
I can be first snake all the time.
Alright, Batman is hard first. Who wants to be hard second? No one said anything, so I'll just do Dan and make the ranged DPS thing.
Okay.
I guess we're ranged. You're on right now because he has some melee attacks. Alright. Vivi, Lakia, any preference between being first or second by default? Alright, Lakia is first. Vivi is second. Alright, just to be clear about what this is. In each set of 4 people, 2 of you have a hard set assignment. No matter what, you don't care what I say during the fight. For DPS, it's Batman and Dan. The other 2 people have an assignment, but if I say switch, you swap roles. So normally Lakia is 1 and Vivi is second. If I say DPS are switching, Lakia will be 2 and Vivi will be 1.
Same thing with Dolly and I would swap.
No, you're the 2 people that are hard set.
Oh,
You
okay.
never
I
swap.
got you.
It's Dash and I that swap, if I call it. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Unless you say switch, essentially.
Basically, yes.
Yep.
So you can think of it that way if you want. Think of it in terms of partners. Lakia is with Batman, unless I say switch, then she's with Dan. Or you just think about the snakes and just trust that you're supposed to be the snake. Okay. Before we start, let me think for a moment what this actually means on what I'm looking for debuff-wise. So default with Dollies. Okay. And then... Wow, I set this up first. Just
Yeah, the frames need to be together. Yeah. It's not can't move people around in the frames.
Alright, yeah. I gotta swap either Vivi and Lakia or Batman and Dan. One of the 2.
So I would then just be first instead of second.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna swap you and Batman.
Okay.
Dan, you're first snake all the time. Batman, you're second snake all the time.
Okay.
And our party frame's always gonna look like this, right? Because roles are sorted by alphabet.
Yeah.
Alright, that makes things a lot easier.
Alright. Well, let's not waste any more time.
We hear someone crunching. watching.
I should say it's wasted.
That
Sorry.
sounds like good old cereal right there.
Let's get some practice.
Yeah, I need more practice with the fire thing, but I've.
That's some sugar to your brain so you can get this ready.
Alright, here comes the timer.
Wait, why did I do my whole shit? That was way too early for that. Oh well.
It is. Never mind. You're right.
That was the clear.
I'm gonna have to heal at the start. Man.
Rose.
There's my yellow. Right, I have to turn off stance. Alright, primal. Ocular
Okay.
means spread.
Spread, get your corners. Phoenix, so you're going to be on the inside of the scorch mark out. Boop.
It was way inside, sorry.
Okay. I taunted Shred. No, taunt back. Taunt back. But he just did it twice.
I'm gonna wait longer, I guess. I think what I need to do is not do it on the cure cast, but like wait for you to get it. I don't know. Or wait
Out,
for the
out,
cast.
out, 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 out. Alright, snakes. No one's switching. Normal rolls.
Just to get threat.
Executors are going first. Petrify the snakes.
I'm still petrified. But Shred got hit. But it's fine. It'll still go.
Dolly's snake didn't get petrified. You got near it, but you weren't looking at it, so it didn't actually get petrified. How much
Gotcha.
time is there between the petrification going off and the blood?
Not that much, like
Not a lot. So as soon as your cone fires off, you can start running back to the place.
Okay. It was more of I didn't realize how far away Desh was gonna be, so like I was in his cone and petrified. It still blew up the snake. I just was like, oh shit, I wasn't sure if I would have had.
Oh yeah, I messed up.
You
No,
get about
you might
have
not
about,
have. You might not have. It
you
might
have
have
about
been I
2 seconds between the petrify going off and
Okay, then no, Desh, that wasn't you. I shouldn't have been right the fuck
Well, I
next to
also
him.
got petrified by that creature. So
Oh, so you couldn't have even gotten closer. No,
yeah,
I got you. Okay.
yeah,
I was
okay,
following.
yeah. So everyone can be near the boss until the snakes actually come up. You have time to turn around and walk towards it a bit. I mean, as the petrified person, you don't even have to be particularly close to the snake to petrify it. And then the people with poison can mostly move out. They can start moving out a bit, initially, but you can cover all the distance you need to after the petrify, as long as the petrified person moves back to the. But let's keep going. Let's get a couple more reminder pools.
Here we go.
Is anyone confused about how they died to the torches that last time? Like, they weren't sure what was that. That's probably one of the hardest setups when you have to do outside squares. You just gotta be ready to start as soon as you see those torches happen. You have very little time. Definitely spreading more things.
Dog spreading.
Yep. Spreading into your corners. You're going to be spreading on the outside after this lands. Go.
Alright, I taunted, and then wait for him to blast me and taunt back.
Yep.
Alright, so blast me, taunt.
so that's the trick. God, that's so fucking
Rare
precise.
Yeah.
Deep in on the diagonal. Deep in on the diagonal. Deep in on the diagonal. Clock positions. Clock positions max melee range.
Ouch!
If that worked or not without everyone alive. Alright.
Oh my god. God, this starts to... Whoa, is that just a shared one? What was that last? It's all dead.
That's the last part, yeah.
Have we ever seen the last part with more than a few people alive or no?
No, but I'm pretty sure I know how it works. It's the last part of the diagram part is how I think that works. The first two people that get hit will go to A. The second two people that get hit will go to B. The third set of two people will go to C, and the fourth set of two people will go to D. So that we get hit in the same order we got hit the first time, and your debuff while falling off.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
if this is me and Dolly's corner, like if this was 2 instead of 3, and this is a safe square right here, this big square, and we're supposed to be on the outside, we would stack like right around here.
So the way to
So
think about it,
One of you was here.
well, stacking, you would stack here on the border. Basically, imagine you have a square. Like, you need to think of this as two things. The volcanic torches going off is completely separate from the Phoenix or Dragon and the spread or stack. So, like, if you are, I don't know which one of you's on the outside. I think it's Dolly.
Yes.
Like when Dolly has to spread, he goes here or here. Even if this square was blown up by a volcanic torch, you can get here or here by the time it resolves afterward.
And then where should I be?
You would be here or here. Right, this is your square. Just one more north. But yeah, everyone has, like for spread, you have a square that is yours. You will always go to that square for spread, regardless of what blew up with volcanic torches.
Gotcha.
And then if it's share, I mean, you know, in the end you can kind of adjust because the shared one's much easier to deal with. But conceptually, you can kind of just share on the border between your two squares, you know, like here or here. But, you know.
I don't know if it'll help you at all. Here's a screenshot of kind of a situation with arrows. If I can get it.
And yeah, the hard one is like, yeah, like the hardest one for me is like if we have Phoenix and I have to be here because of the blue explosions, then I gotta go like this. Like, you know, the blue squares explode, and then I run this way, and you can make it, but it's very close. You gotta move as soon as you are in. Middle, I haven't actually been sprinting for. Like I should be sprinting.
I don't know if this will help you, Dan. Because I only have to go straight forward, which I think is what you're doing. And I think in our reverse situations, Dolly is doing what he is doing. But here is a
Which
picture
channel?
of Blind Frog.
Okay.
The marker color is shit because it's green. But like in that situation there, that rectangular spot was the safe spot we shared. And then Lakia would have to go diagonally left and up, essentially. And then I just take the center of that rectangle because the inner boxes were our safe spots.
So she was going to where you marked the X.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what.
But I just
that's
went
what Dolly was doing last week. Only split.
I probably should have actually, you know what I should have done?
All right. Well.
Okay, I think I understand.
There's both X's. Alright, here's one timer. So let's go. Shoot people up, including myself included, but I realize these attempts aren't going to last 7 minutes.
outside.
Kind of really.
Okay, clusters.
Yeah, Dahlia, give me some room.
Wow.
That's
Oh
where
my
it's coming
God.
from. Oh, I see.
Probably still gonna die.
Yeah, that's the processing at the time. Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh, well, I already
In diagonal. And then you get blocked position right afterwards. We're living.
Wow, that is so much damage.
Okay. So I tested something there that worked out. Okay. Well, I'm not going to make too many assumptions since we had a lobby that had that. One person can stand in the middle, fine, all the time, which should be a healer. So they can spam heals. Either you can do that, Dolly, or me.
On that last one, there wasn't a specific order for the jumps.
Well, we had people dead, so it's hard to tell if it would have gone in a specific order. First person who's on target. It probably made my box. But I don't know for sure. But so again, the idea there last bit is like I wouldn't count it out. But I got last. I got hit on one more time. I want to talk. I got her first one. Once all four where you read the first right. Let's go try. Here we go. Yeah, I'll just go to that. Phoenix, go inside after the blue explosions.
Are we stacking or spreading?
Spreading.
This cool down, that cool down. If I fucking die.
I'm on it. I'm trying. Jesus. I'm sorry, Tron. I messed that up. So,
I can't
I
quick
actually
press.
wonder-
I can't quick press.
Done.
Got it.
Alright, get ready for knockback or out. In.
I'll take C, U of A.
Horizon's up. Divine Veil's up. Need to lift this. Careful, he jumps on you. Still need to stay in our clock position until this resolves.
No, that's not clock position.
Oh, no?
Each one of these needs to get hit by two people and split.
Oh, sorry.
So the first two people that get hit, take the first one. Because your debuff will have fallen off because you got hit first the first time. Alright,
So we need to see who got.
I'm pretty sure it is baited at this point though, but those will fire forward. Okay, no, it's just different. Alright, one's Phoenix, one is. So theoretically, B is safe. It's
Yeah,
really
B
just
and
that.
D was safe.
Yeah, B and D. B and D were the two safe
So
spots.
there's no twist. There's nothing else happening.
Well, there is 4, so he might be able to.
The other two started to go off when we wiped.
Okay.
They did their own things.
I was gonna say, is it possible for him to activate 3 at once and there activate solution?
Oh yeah, pretty easily.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be different than the original solution, so I guess not really. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Definitely need to pile cooldowns there.
I did just faint on that one.
Point,
I went.
rearing rampage. Earth explosions.
Samba. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Samba's the
Samba.
defensive.
I will have to check.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
I
we'll
wouldn't
get-
use
Fucking
as many
barrier
things.
there.
Yeah, I wouldn't use as many things on the first cooldown. Just don't use Samba like on the first attack he does, like the Jets are playing it. We don't have controls. We have a shield and stuff though. I'd save for everything. Honestly, I'm gonna use everything on it. And
Yeah, we'll save it battle for it as well. We'll have to just see what it feels like. But also, let me see if it's even magical damage, because it might not be.
Okay, I'm confused on the jumps. How do you know who do you need to stack with?
You don't care who you need to stack with. You care what order you got hit.
So like when they're going down, like the first one that gets hit by it, it's like A. Second one that gets by it, A. Second one that gets by it, B. Second one, it just keeps. If you're
So
one,
you need to
A.
tell. The rearing rampage is 2 things. It hits the whole group for some damage,
Yeah.
and 2 people have an earth spike hit them that gives you earth fall. You care about when you get hit by that earth spike and get that earth fall. Did you get it on the first one, the second one, the third one, or the fourth one?
Okay, got it.
And then if you got on the first one, for now, you're just going to, after he's done all 4 rearing rampages, if you got hit on the first one, you go to A. If you got hit on the second one, you go to B.
Perfect, got it. That's a great strat. Got it.
And then we'll have to see if he, like, I'm pretty sure at this point he jumps at the first person, so refine this a bit. They can jump at people that want to jump at, but we've also got one second left, so let's do one more
Shot.
pool, we'll take a break. Take our break and come back to finish it out.
Last fight in the tier for nothing.
Ready?
Man, it'd be nice to use Tetris.
You go in afterward. Go.
On it. I have him. He's looking at me. Nice.
Okay, yeah, I think we got it.
Okay. In or out? In or out?
Arms.
Out.
Out. Tanks healers are switching. Tanks healers switch. DPS are going first. Catch fire. Poison them.
We were too close to the poison, but we got him.
Well, we
No,
killed
that
the
was-
snake.
Yeah, that's fucking. Look at that.
Yeah, we got the snakes, yeah.
Is this an AoE or?
Now I learned that for fry I need to be farther from the snake. Okay, I got it.
Okay, here we go. Losery. No.
Oh, this is this. Should be the inside.
We don't know
Oh,
yet.
No, we don't know if we got figured out.
Oh, this is okay.
Go to the
for,
Phoenix. Go to the 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 Phoenix.
Nope, I was okay.
Oh, well, there's another mechanic on top
Yep,
of it.
we got AoE. Yep, and the spread.
Well, I
Oh.
Spread. It could have been light parties. Could have
Oh,
been a lot of
sorry,
things.
yes, yeah. Let's see, how many times did we get hit? That'll tell us.
Wait, you had something on you?
Yeah, like, got hit by an AoE at the same time. That was either.
That was a big AOE, and it was.
Hold on, I'm looking at the tape. What symbol was it? Was it the stack symbol?
There was no we didn't get any symbols. We just got a big AOE on the tape. You can see
Savage
it.
fights don't give you symbols most of the time. You just get hit by something. It's like
So
the
does-
orbs on Phoenix where they just land on you.
Oh no, you guys got hit by the fucking. Wait, no, you didn't.
No, there's a big fire puddle under us. All of us died under on that fire puddle.
It does appear that I was hit 3 times. Wait, hold on. No, I took 116. Okay, 1.1 million, and then 1.2
Okay,
million.
okay. Well, we got hit 3 times. What about there were 2 people on the other side of the room? Who was on the other side of the room? that
It
most
was
of
Riley. It was Riley and us. Here's a screenshot of how that went.
You got hit by a scorched pinion for a survivable amount of damage.
So in Blind Frog, I have a circle that exploded out from under me. Riley did not.
You got hit by
I
Death
placed-
flame vipers, which I'm not sure what that is.
I placed a picture also of the puddle and how it hit us.
Oh, wait, looks like you got hit by dragon. I think that's
Who
what
did? I didn't die by a dragon. I got killed by Flame Viper way after the mechanic. I lived.
Oh.
I was the only one alive through that mechanic. Yeah, don't look
Okay,
at my death
so
log, I lived.
so that was a Tetra Flare afterward, basically. I don't know if it's always gonna be opposite of what he did at the start of the fight, but that was a Tetra Flare. So we had to be in
Groups of 2.
groups of 2.
It's
So
called
we're-
Hemichus Flare, and it hits really hard.
So he's
Well, don't-
casting an ability called Manifold Flames. What's the indication there?
I mean, it could just always be Tetra Flare. Sometimes it just always is. Sometimes it just...
I'm gonna ask a job. This is gonna sound really stupid. Could it be not the one that he did the first time? Wasn't there a fight that did that where there was like an A?
I mean, yes,
mechanic
it
and
could be
wasn't?
the opposite of what he did the first time. Where it was
So,
always Tetra Flare.
the only thing I got hit by, and here's a question because I'm gonna take a slightly better screenshot. Right as this happened, there's a spell name in the center of my screen, and I'm just wondering if this is the normal name of the ability, called Hemelethio's Flare. Is that normally the name of Tetra Flare and Octaflare if you get hit by it?
That's the thing that killed everybody. Hemisteus
No, I
Flare.
realize, but I mean, is
Opinion
that the name of
killed
the name?
everyone.
It's what?
Yeah, no, Flare did not kill everyone. Well, actually, hold on.
'Cause
Yeah.
Wait, there's
I
one
got a
hit for
circle,
1,100,000.
up. So if I was stacked with anyone else with that, it would have done that.
Actually, hold on. There's actually... Okay, it was Flare. I don't know what Pinion was. Okay, Pinion was actually getting hit by the Phoenix. Okay. That's what was confusing me. Anyway, we're gonna go on break until 9:45.
Okay.
But, you know, feel free to stick around.
If you want to watch the tape a little bit from my side, you can see it's survivable. I cast the circle. I give everyone in that circle, just me, a magic phone up, and I took 40,000 damage.
Yeah, you're a tank. But,
On our side, in my picture, you can see we got 2
We got
magic
five
balls up.
we got 3 of them. It's just Tetra Flare.
Okay.
The only question is it always Tetra Flare or is it opposite of the thing he did with the torches? That's the only question at this point. Now, the thing that killed you afterward, I don't know. I'd have to look
It's Flame Viper. I mean, I lived. I'm the only one alive in that mechanic. And the very next thing he casts at me was a Flame Viper with no cast. He does
No
Manifold
cast.
Flames. It's Riley and myself.
So he didn't actually cast his Tank Buster. He just did it.
Yeah, I mean,
Because it's not called Flame Viper. It was Nest of Flame Vipers. Is that normally what Flame Viper is called
No.
when you get hit by it?
no. So here, I'm gonna share my screen on Discord because I'm already in the spot that I need to be in. Share your screen. The screen. Oh, actually.
Because there's a distinct possibility that it is way different than Flame Viper in terms of how you handle it. That might be like a share thing.
So if you want to click into my stream on Discord, that way I can just show you right where I'm looking. Yeah.
All right.
Let me know when you see it.
I'm there.
Okay. So you were calling for everyone on A. I realized I wasn't gonna make it. I just kind of committed to where I was. I figured it was a safe spot based on Dragon and Phoenix. Figured Riley and I would both be safe. I think she was trying to make it to you guys. Right as they go off, she gets killed by the blast. Almost made it. Almost was still within the safety. I explode. There's a circle for me. I don't. The circle might have been what killed her. I don't actually know.
She got hit
You
by
were-
the Phoenix.
You're all dead. He hasn't cast anything else. Cast bar's right near his health. And then just fucking all of a sudden, bang. That's the Flame Viper mechanic. And like if I roll this back enough to show the beginning of the fight, oop, close. He cast Flame Viper, and then there's the animation of the fire snake coming out.
Okay, how much did it actually hit you for?
Like I'm gonna try to pause it frame by frame, but like I am 99% that that's the same snake that comes out of
It
him.
hit you for 1.2 million.
Yeah, it was a really
There's
high.
our immunity, I guess.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think it looks like his Tank Buster, but it smells like a stack mechanic. But then again, you had a Magic Vaughn for 6 seconds.
It's the magic Vuln is still up when he does it.
Yes.
Like I don't know if you're watching me step through it. Yep, there, that's the snake head right there. So it's the exact same animation.
Okay, so how does this work then? How does this work?
And I'm dead.
There's a trick here.
On our side, where we died, I can see our magic bones last for 2 seconds.
I don't. Let me scroll backwards. I don't think. Like, let me look at the size of that circle because. Hold on. Let me take a screenshot. So, when that double mechanic just happened. Oh. The safe zone. Oh fuck.
No, don't. It was 7 seconds. Sorry, it was 7 seconds.
Okay. There's only
So-
one thing I can think of to fix that. And I don't know if this is what the mechanic would be, assuming it's Tetra Flare.
Safe spot.
And
I'm wondering, well, because I lived with Tetra Flare totally by myself. No, that might be tank privilege, but it hit me for 40k. When normal tank privilege happens, if I take 40k with no defensives, is that going to kill somebody else?
Not really. I think that's a quite survivable.
I'm
Attack.
stepping frame-wise back to see how big that circle is based on the safe zone, because I'm just wondering, well, I guess you don't know who's going to get the Tetra Flare. Because I was going to say, you could put the 2 Tetra Flares up against the lava, so you would have 4
I mean-
people as close to him as possible.
back
Ooh,
up
that's
a little
fucking-
more.
Big.
I mean, how many people do we actually have in that clump?
You had 8. Or 6. 6, I'm sorry.
You were
Yeah,
6 of
some
us.
got there. We got hit 3 times. I don't think it's Octaflare. I'm pretty sure it's Tetra Flare.
But
Uh,
how do you know who's got what for the players?
It's tank, sealers, or DPS again.
Same thing. You just have a partner of the other kind of role that you're standing on. But I'm still trying to think about the follow-up tank hit. I mean, invulnering it could work, but you'll still die from the dot afterwards. I think it still gave you the dot. So you just die. When your
I didn't even
wears
live to
off.
find out, to be totally honest. I never even saw my Vol. I didn't see
You
anything.
sure, like, I think even if the hit killed you, you would have seen the dot show for like a split second.
Alright, so let me. I love being able to step through a YouTube video. And There's the head. Oh no, that's the guy in the back casting. Here's his animation. Because I don't even see it go through me. Like I'm dead super fast. Hit him for 9,000. There's the snake's head. I'm at 58k. Frame, 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 frame. I have scrolling. Yes, you are correct. Magic vulnerability up has no effect. Nest of Flame Vipers, 1.23 million. It is there. You are correct.
Okay, I'll be back in 4 minutes.
There's a
Be back.
split second where you get the bleed.
I didn't see a bleed. I just got a magic vuln up.
Okay.
So I guess I could have eaten it. I'm gonna come out of that with double magic vuln though. Cause this wait, does magic vuln stack? Am I dumb? I've never actually thought to.
It kind of depends on which one, generally now.
It is the exact same icon for what that's worth.
So it did give you magic vault.
Yes.
Or
So
try
I don't know how well you can. Are you still looking at my stream?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right there in the middle is magic vuln up, and
So-
2 frames ago I had the same magic vuln. I had 2 seconds left on it. And like, what scares me the most is how big the Tetraflare was. Like, maybe Tetraflare's always that big, but like, man, because I would think that half the group soaks the Tetraflare, and then half the group gets ready to soak whatever that other thing is. Although, man, you ain't splitting 1.6 million. That would kill all of us.
Well, it's the magic one making the number that big.
So, in Tetraflare Pass, have we seen any instances where someone eats a Tetraflare without their partner? Would I get a magic vuln if I had someone soaking it with me?
You would both get it, yes.
Oh, well then. So it's got to be soaked by 4 people with no magic vuln, or it's got to be in vuln.
Well, okay, magic vulns are typically a 5 times multiplier. So without the vuln, it would have hit you for like
200k, 20k.
Yeah, I mean it might even not be. It could even be more than 5 times. It actually varies a lot, but I mean it could just be something that tank's meant to get hit by with cooldowns. But
I feel like if I got a Tetraflare, so did Dash.
well, that's what I'm thinking about. Now, tanks can survive a Tetraflare on their own. So it's possible that only one of you gets hit by a Tetraflare directly. So if we imagine we have the tank standing by themselves, one of you does not get actually hit by a Tetraflare. Like by standing by yourselves, I don't mean on top of each other, like the tanks are standing literally by themselves.
Right.
One of you gets hit by Tetraflare and survives it because of tank privilege, and the other one doesn't, and then they taunt if they're not already tank lost the Flame Viper afterward.
I mean, that's an option. I am curious if Nest of Flame Vipers is something different.
I mean, it might have a share mechanic behind it as well. So you had no cooldowns whatsoever when you got hit by a flare for 40k.
Let me verify.
Well, actually, I can also just look at the thing when we died. Okay, you had no cooldowns. It would have been consistent with with a 20% passive damage reduction, which tanks have, which is at all times. Because I got hit by 50,000 for the first one. Okay, yeah. Okay, here's an example of how big Magic Vault is. The first flare hit me for 50,000. The second one hit me for 1.8 million.
Holy fuxicle.
So yeah,
It's basically if you have it, the next thing's a guaranteed death.
that's how
multiplies
how
by
most Vaughns are in
Jesus.
Savage. Yeah, they just multiplies the damage by some absurd number that just makes you just always die.
Okay.
So with that same proportion, that means Nest of Flame Vipers would have done like 30k to you.
Right.
Without Magic Vault.
If I had the magic. But I don't know a way to guarantee that I don't get it. But like you said, if it's both tanks, we make sure one tank doesn't get a magic vuln, and whichever tank has no magic vuln taunts. God, I hope he doesn't do it twice like he does Flame Viper.
Well, I have another. Let's see. The same thing happened to literally everyone in this group. Yeah. Okay. Well, am I wrong about it being a Tetraflare? Could it have been Octaflare, but one that just doesn't hit everyone? And the people that don't get hit are responsible for dealing with the Flame Viper afterward.
So that's the biggest thing that I was curious about. This one's called Hemiliothes Flare. When we get the first version of it, I was just very curious if it's called that.
That's a good question.
Because I think that would be important to see.
I'd
Because
have
if
to
it
look-
is the
I think
same
we'd have, I
spell
think
name-
we'd have to look at logs for that, because I don't think we've died from Octaflare hitting people. We've died,
No, but I'll see the name of the spell attack
Yeah.
that hits me. My scrolling combat text tells me that.
yeah.
So give me 1 second.
Because theoretically, we could stand in such a way that we'd be fine for Octaflare. And it's not even that difficult. There could be a light party flare at some point. We just haven't seen it yet. Because there was
Okay.
definitely 4 of those.
Oh no, this is the other dragon. Okay. So right before the dragon, this is an Octaflare. What is the name of the spell that hits me?
It'll be the only thing that does damage to you at all during that phase. Well, I guess that would auto attacks for the boss.
Do we not take damage from it? Okay, so there's...
There's the torches.
Oh no,
going
it's
off.
after this. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it's
it wasn't
after
after
that.
this.
Yeah.
I was literally right at the frame before it and then said, oh no, I'm in the wrong direction. It's after the dragon goes through that it happens.
Yeah, no, it's really simultaneous with it, really.
Okay, bang. Where the fuck is the text of what I buy? Did I not take damage? Oh, here it comes. No, that's Emergent Octaflare. It has it right in the name. It's the same ring, and it gives a magic vuln, but it is a different ability name. So I guess
Okay,
that's
let's find one.
inclusive.
Let's find one that was Tetraflare.
Sure. I think we've only had. Oh shit, we've only had like 1 Tetraflare tonight.
Actually, this would probably be easier to find in the logs then.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you could find me a timestamp.
Well, not so
Oh,
much
look at
time.
that! I just found it by happenstance clicking through it. And it was in his cast bar.
I was just gonna look at party damage taken for the entire
That
night and see if there was just a thing called Tetraflare that did damage to us at some point.
I'm not clicking around. I'm just gonna wait for it to happen. Pause. Tap through frame. Magic Vuln up. Emergent Tetra.
Okay, so what's just flare?
What's Hemilothius' flare? It has a name. I don't. Who is Hemilothius? Oh, that's not even his name. See,
I don't
this is
think
where I
name
want to
really
get.
matters, but
This is where I want to start Googling. What is Hemilothius? Oh, it's a thing about fucking spreading away from plague people. Because of the kind of hidden shit they put. Yeah. Show this because I won't. And that's after Manifold Flames.
like,
Hemiosis.
yeah, we can stand in such a way that everyone only gets hit. I mean, okay, here's what I'm thinking for now. There are 4 of them. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
assume it targets randomly. Then
Can I
afterward-
offer a guess?
what I think is going to happen afterward is he's going to shoot 4 dragons out at the people that were not targeted by flare, probably at the same time. Because the manifold flames. So that a nest of flame vipers means there's a lot of them. So I think the follow-up attack, you only got hit because you were the only person alive. But I think he was going to send 4 of them out at the people that did not have fires drop on their head.
So, I'm gonna put out a couple different things. I don't know if you're still watching on my stream. I'm trying to draw what I think you're just. There's 3 combinations that I think happen here.
Let's see. You had a flare drop directly on your head. Let's see. Is it possible from Batman stream to see if? Oh yeah, it's not streaming today.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
It's in a different channel. It's not in the Parsons channel.
It's in
He also
Blind
did a
Prog.
screenshot in Blind Prog, I think, that has.
It's in Blind Prog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I want to see if I can tell on our side. You got hit as a tank. Was it all the healers and tanks that had a fireball drop on them?
I think you're so close that it's very hard.
It's very hard to tell in this image because we were all stacking.
Yeah, that's why I want to go to Batman stream, because it'll be easier to see from that perspective than across the room.
Yeah, you can see on Blind Prog, I put a picture right there. You can see the puddle of fire happening. Right as it's happening, exactly.
What's crazy is I can't even discern that there's more than one puddle. That's how well you were all stacked.
Yes, exactly.
Because when you were like, "There's 3 puddles over here," I'm like, "The fuck, there is? There's only one." I see the picture, but it's just they're stacked so well.
Okay, yeah, it's impossible to tell.
I
The
mean-
main thing is I'm trying to think of is like, how do you quickly go from I didn't get hit, okay, where am I gonna send the flame viper?
So I'm gonna ask a dumb question. Do we want to try, for giggles, if we have this happen again, where we do like the light parties things with our corners on boss 2?
Not. I think not light parties. I think the safest way, because I was thinking exactly.
Hold on. Light
Okay,
parties.
hold.
Pull up my stream on Discord. Batman, just because you're also here, I'm talking about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have 4 of them. The idea would be that you would have 2 circles here. So I'm standing in 1 square. It's 2 squares. So you would basically have 1 for each. So like in this situation, Lakia and I share that 1 corner. So we would have actually been this upper blue one that is kind of right here. If you can see on my shitty drawn paint thing.
Yeah, I'm
And then
seeing where
whoever
you're going.
has this other back corner by 4 would share their Tetra Flare here. And the color coordination here is, in this circumstance of patterns with a dragon and a phoenix, our safe spots were blue. If he does a dragon this way
Well,
and a
it's
phoenix the other,
it's
yellow
not,
can be the safe spot.
it's not a Tetra Flare though. It's 100% not a Tetra.
What I was thinking is that we can do tank healers groups, but split in 2. Like, let me explain. Like, I can be with Greg, for example, or a tank. Like, we need to put 1 tank and 1 healer in each side of the room because there are 2 safe spots on each side of the room. So tanks healers split. They need to be splitted, and then 2 DPS need to be on the other side as well, with their respective tank or healer. So for this case, like Desh and I
we're not
can be.
we don't have pairs. You're not standing in pairs. We are basically acting as though it's an octo flare.
So
Only 4
my-
people get
Okay.
hit. The damage we took is not the damage of the damage that you took, Ross, is not the damage of an octo flare. I'm sorry, the damage you took is not the damage you would take if it was a split mechanic. That is a mechanic intended to hit 1 person.
okay, so here's I'm gonna draw some different circles. Here's a new thought.
So how do we know?
So-
Okay, here's the easiest way to split into 4 and 4. We gotta split into 4 and 4 and have some kind of convention of basically making a rectangle so that you only get hit by yourself.
Couldn't you just stand here? The 2 people. Oh no, yeah, because if you have 2 people stand at B, they're gonna hit. There's a risk that they would hit each other. I was gonna
So
say.
here's the easiest way.
Yeah, it's a rectangle,
The
as
safe
Greg said.
spots are always where the Phoenix is, and on the other side of the room from where the Phoenix is. Every time. We have 4 people that go to the safe spot near the Phoenix, 4 people that go to the safe spot on the opposite side from the Phoenix, and we just have some kind of convention like you know, I'm front right looking at the center of the room. In those sets.
I would have bloated. Was I dead
Riley,
center then?
Riley had to go. Riley had to go, by the way.
Yeah, her dog had a seizure. They're taking it to the vet.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
So on that note, yeah, that's it for right today. I mean, we'll probably talk about mechanics a little bit longer, but
I do have a question about me and Dolly's positioning.
For what part?
Let me post this picture.
Just FYI, Dan, I messed up everyone. I had an epiphany of where I was supposed to be. At the end of
I
the
know,
day.
I just gonna